Welcome back to Market Call Recap on the Early Buffett YouTube channel, where we do a daily recap of BNN Bloomberg's top picks on Market Call. A little about me, I'm a retail investor trader. I've been trading in the markets for about 5 years now, but I am certainly not a financial advisor or a broker or a CMT. I'm just your regular old YouTube armchair technician here. So I'm also not affiliated with BNN Bloomberg. I just love doing this review for the show that I enjoy. So join along, subscribe, like, follow, all that good stuff. Today we had Jason Donville on the hot seat. And he came with 3 interesting small cap picks. So Verticalscope, Propel Holdings, and Zecor. So let's dive into the charts and take a look-see about what these charts are looking like. So first up, ticker FORA. So Verticalscope, it's online communities. So he resembles it to the Reddit of Canada of sorts, but a very much smaller scale, but a potential gold mine of data for the whole AI infrastructure, which feeds the AI. Large language models have to go and get their information somewhere, and he sees this being a potential data gold mine for AI sourcing. So interesting. You look at the chart here. If we look at the 1 year, it was kind of trading between 650, and we have this lower bound at around $4 here, and you can see it's a pretty hard lower bound. We have some buying here, some buying here, some buying here, all the way through, but it's kind of gone nowhere for that whole, back half of 2023. And then it popped here. So definitely a bullish looking chart, if I do say so myself. We can draw a couple lines here if we want. You can see this nice upward trending right here. Both your moving averages are upward trending as well. It's a small cap, so it's kind of hard to to read some of these. They're often not very liquid. This one's $140 million market cap, but and it's come a long way down. So we have this back in 2021, all the way down to December 2022. Then another little flush here all the way to May of 2023. Then it kind of meandered, and now it looks like it's catching a bid here. So where would be the next points? I mean, we've kind of gone through, we're tagging this Jan 2023 resistance right here. We've popped above it. We've popped above this candle right here. So that's definitely bullish. Will we have some room to go up to $14 probably before we meet another resistance level? And then, it'll all depend on the, company fundamentals, right? So, but decent looking chart. I would imagine, a continuation of this bullish uptrend right here, and probably up until $14 for a trade, if I, do say so myself. One thing that was interesting on this one, though, if you take a look, and these small caps, they could really get pushed around on news, right? So what happens at around, 10, around 12:45, that was, smack dab in the middle of the market call announcement. So it pushed it up quite a bit here. I mean, it's up 12% on the day. If we take a quick look at, what it did right here, it's a pretty big move, almost 20%, until it, kind of just, faded back into this, 8%, 8.5% on the day. But, it wasn't doing anything all day, right? So it's interesting to see this, especially as a newbie like myself, right? It's always interesting to see in real time, someone mention a stock and then it popping on the chart right there. So pretty interesting one. Next we had Propel Holdings. Let's just go back to the 1 year here. This one as well is very strong. Big candle today. I don't know if that's market call related or what, but looking at the, probably not. I mean, it started to catch a bid right here, right in the morning, first thing in the morning, and then just kind of went up from there. But, zooming out, this thing hasn't been trading for very long, but we've gone through that resistance. We went through that resistance, in January, and now we're on this uptrend. So this looks bullish. They're in the, kind of subprime lending space, I believe, but they're consistently profitable. He sees it as a pure AI lender, like an online lender with, they use a lot of AI for their underwriting, I imagine. So he sees it as an AI play. It's kind of funny how everyone sees everything as an AI play now, and anytime something is AI is mentioned in anything, it tends to move the associated stocks. But 2023, October 2023, which was those big lows there. But now you can look, if bear with me for 1 second, I'll just extend this out a little bit. But there's a trend line right there. If you want to do a upper resistance here, I mean, I'd say it's probably around down here. And then you could see in this channel, right, it's kind of almost bounced off. It bounced off, and consolidating here, right? Definitely some consolidation here. Big pop and then a big flush, and now a big pop again. So again, I don't follow the company very much. A lot of volatility in this holding. It's it's a $500 million market cap, so not nothing to sneeze at there, but it's looking nice. I mean, it broke through. It's on a nice bullish uptrend. We'll see. I mean, it depends all on the Canadian economy, which isn't going too well right now. But the subprime, that they tend to profit right when things are tough. People need more, lenient lenders, so to speak. So I guess fundamentally and seasonally, probably looking good for this company. But again, do your own due diligence. None of this is advice. This is just me rambling on here. So next, last but not least, we had Zecor, which is security in parking lots, which is interesting. I mean, I've seen those in some of the shopping malls that I frequent. You see the big random tower with the flashing blue light. And they're in that space, which I think is a good space to be in, because honestly, a lot of people, when times are tough, security is a concern. I mean, we see it in the earnings reports of the big retailers, right? Costco, Walmart, and the like, that, they're being affected by shrink, which is essentially theft, right? And it's unfortunate, but it's a fact of life when times are tough that, theft goes up. And so but generally speaking, I think everyone is thinking more about security as well, especially since the pandemic and things like that. Especially in Canada, where things aren't so good with the economy, and that reflects through the socioeconomic ladder and everything like that. So, what do we got here on the chart? I mean, this one was looking fairly ugly going back to 2014. I mean, this was almost $4 at one point. Dropped down and it based there for years. And now it's starting to uptrend now. It's starting to catch a bid. Your moving averages are starting to slope up. These guys, he sees them. Jason Donville sees them at $3 within 2 years. So let's take a look at the chart. I mean, there's definitely a pop in the spring in March. So March 11th there, and that's it. That's a nice move. I mean, we could take a look at what that move is. I always like doing this. 135% move. It's huge in a few months, which is massive. So again, $75 million market cap, so quite a small company here, and a very big move. So proceed with a great degree of caution on this one, but taking a stab at it with a little bit of lottery money, so to speak. Could be interesting if it, if they execute well and they continue this uptrend, and if the trend of needing security continues, it could be really good for them. So looking out at that that $3 target, we could take a could take a peek here. Let's just fix up my trend line here. But if we assume, maybe 2 years it could be at $3, right? Because $3 is over here, 2 years out. There's definitely a good chance that you could be at that $3. Let's see where that $3 ends up if we follow the trend lines. End of December. But who knows where this? I mean, this is wide speculation here, and I'm just having fun on the chart. But it's interesting to see. I mean, I like the space. Chart looks good after this long basing, but I'd have to do a lot more fundamental research on the company. And I don't tend to touch these small caps anyways. I usually play in the large cap space. But for the purposes of education and taking a look at different charts, I feel like I'm always staring at the same old large cap, mega cap stocks here. So it's always fun to see some different things. So thanks so much for listening. Please like, subscribe, share, and that's all for today. And we'll see you again tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.